To this day. To this day. To this day. To this day.
Sing along if you know the words. Come on.
That's fine, but don't sit here and tell me that Tank is this and Tank is that, because last night, and again, it's just one fight. It's the new weight class. He wasn't what we thought he was, at least not last night.
Exactly, and because we could use Crawford and Lomachenko as moving. When they moved up, they both stopped who they fought.
All right. So let's talk about
and earlier than Tank did, and they fought better competition than Tank did. They didn't fight shinny ass Gamboas. So let's keep it real.
Yeah, but hold on. Let's talk about wherever you guys thought he was. The bottom line is this year, first weight class. I only gave Gamboa 2 rounds in the fight, so he dominated the fight. He knocked him down multiple times. First time moving in the weight class, and he's saying I want big fights in 2020. So end of the day, already you guys have made up your mind that you're not on.
His power's overrated, fam. Let's keep it. EJ, is his power overrated?
No, man, it's not overrated. No,
oh
man,
my
no.
Look. I'm gonna say this. I don't think his power is overrated at 130. I think he is definitely a hard hitter at that particular weight class.
Yeah, at 135 though.
No, at 135. No.
At 135, I will say that his power isn't proven at 135. He did to Gamboa last night. I agree with you. He did all of that, but Gamboa was on one leg, and Gamboa is kind of washed up.
Hey, Phil. But coming into the fight, they were not coming into the fight when he got hit. When he got hit, Tank hit him so hard he ruptures his Achilles. That's what happened to him. Because when he came in, that's what happened to him. Because I know he was alright when he came in. I know he was right when he came into the fight.
Gamboa could have got up from the last.
Gamboa was a tough dude, bro. Like, ask Crawford. He's a tough dude, bro. He is, bro. That guy's a game dude, bro. He's a game dude. Yo, man, you guys are talking about Gamboa like he's a bum, man.
You're trying to inflate Gamboa for Tank. I see what it is.
Oh, man, you gonna let Gamboa as a bum, man.
What are the reasons that you got Teofimo Lopez beating Lomachenko?
Teofimo has proven way more to me at 135 than Tank.
What do you got?
He has his power. His power is proven. He iced Comey in 2 rounds. Comey has a proven chin. All right. Teofimo, I like his reflexes. He has a good twitch on him. He can catch and shoot. Yeah, I like his ring IQ. That's why I think he can ice Loma. And he has proven power. All right, now Tank ain't. That shit is different. Tank getting hit by a dude throwing punches at 2 miles per hour. Like, come on, fam. I'm not. Nah.
Now, the reasons why I got Tank beating Lomachenko is because I feel Tank is gonna be able to get to that body, keep him on the outside. He's still gonna be the bigger man the night they fight. He's gonna train way harder when he know he has that fight in front of him. Not a 38-year-old man. That fight is definitely gonna be in Vegas. So that means I definitely know he's gonna be at the Mayweather gym for that training camp. So these are all the reasons why I feel that he will beat him, because I definitely know at the time that fight is going to be in Vegas. So if that fight is in Vegas, that'll give him a chance to move his camp to in Vegas, and then I feel like he's gonna have the best camp that he ever had.
Yo, last night Tank weighed in at 146? Something like that?
He made the weight though. He made it.
Yeah. No. My deal is this right here.
Yeah.
Is he going to be that much bigger than Lomachenko? Is he? I don't think so. 146 pounds. I mean, that's 11 pounds overweight. I mean, he's not going to be that much bigger than Lomachenko. You got to think about it. This guy was just fighting at 130. Y'all act like this guy's been fighting at 35 and he wants to move up to 40 or something.
And the 2020.
And also, Loma has more reach than Tank. Loma has more reach.
But he don't use it though. He likes to get inside and turn angles. But what I'm saying, he's southpaw.
Well, I say he's gonna be the bigger man. His body. When they go body to body, you already go. That's when you're gonna really see.
Brother, that shit don't matter though. Luke Campbell, everybody.
It's right here. Look. Gamboa last night was getting out of the way of a lot of Tank punches on one leg, man.
Thank you.
Pico is going to have him looking like a fucking fool out there, man.
Yeah, but you see the thing is, but you're talking about right now. You're talking about right now. We can say that, but what I'm saying is his first fight in the weight class. He got a couple more fights in the weight class. At the end of 2020, we gonna revise this. If you're saying right now,
sounding like Floyd.
Nah, it's how it is. It's how it is, though. Is he gonna fight Loma next? No, because Loma's fighting Teofimo Lopez. You still have to see that fight, and you already picked Teofimo Lopez. I don't know why you're picking Teofimo Lopez, but you already broke it down because the Comey. But for me, Comey looked like he was bought off or something like that. Cause I can't believe how Comey just let the guy hit him in the chin and he fell down.
No, he didn't. He didn't, bro. Comey landed 3 good right hands back to back.
That fight looked fixed, bro. Well, anyway, right? What I'm saying is that, he looked like he got that Ghanaian guy need that money and he got some of that dinero. That's what I'm saying, right? So moving into the Lomo fight, Lomo should be able to beat Lomo should be able to beat Teofimo Lopez easily, bro. Like easily. I don't think I have no problem with him, bro. This is gonna pick and poke him, take him down. But let's go into the Tank and Lomo fight. That happens at the end of 2020. I'm going with Tank. I'm going with Tank in that fight, bro. You know what I mean? I think like Lomo, if Lomo outboxes him, Tank's gonna have problems. And I agree with you. He's got better footwork. He's got faster hands than Tank. I agree with all that. But Tank's strong. Tank, he hits hard. Like I feel like Tank's got a shot in that fight, bro.
But everything you just said, why Tank? Hold on, wait, hold on. Everything that you just said, why Tank could beat Loma, you should double that for Teo. Teo is a naturally bigger person than Tank.
He can't take shots.
Teo's proven. Teo's power is proven.
He can't take no shots. I mean, he can't take no shots though, man. Like Teo
can't take no shots. Are you serious?
I see him struggling.
This dude took 3 big right hands from Comey and didn't even move.
I already addressed that Comey situation. All right, but all of this, look at this, right? I already addressed that Comey situation. I'm looking at the Japanese guy who was giving him the business, bro. The Japanese guy was giving him the business in that fight where he looked like he don't know where he was. Remember me coming into that fight with Comey?
Yeah, did he get dropped?
No.
He was like, how you gonna say he has a bad chin? This dude got hit by one of the biggest punchers.
I didn't say he got a bad chin. I never had he got a bad chin. When did I say he got a bad chin? This guy put words into my mouth, bro.
Lopez a pass for the Japanese guy.
Yeah.
But hold on. Okay, no. Let me get to that point. Was the Japanese dude 40 years old, very chinny, he's been dropped 17 times before, out of prime,
in the ring.
Got iced by an unknown Mexican fighter 4 fights before that? Nah.
The man did not look right in the ring. His body wasn't tight. Everything. He didn't even have a shape up. Like, he did not look like how he was supposed to look. How he was supposed to look. That shit happens. This is why the level of competition, then how he looked for the title fight.
Yeah.
Everything looked
He iced him.
His arms looked
right, but you comparing Teofimo, who didn't have weight problems like how Tank does, who is not undisciplined like Tank is.
Young fighters that
but Tank's undisciplined. Teofimo is not.
When they get their title fight, then they title.
He's a hype job. Teofimo's a hype job. That's what he is. He's the hype job. He's the real hype job. He's the hype job.
Listen,
he's a hype job.
Teo a hype job.
He's a hype job, man. Because why he look at the Japanese guy? Why he get schooled by the Japanese guy? I know he won on the cards, but
he didn't get schooled by the Japanese guy.
Arguably, people said he lost the fight, man. What you talking about? Like, what fight?
That's because they didn't. That's because they don't like Teo.
Ah, man, come on. Listen, no, bro. He's a hype job. He didn't look. All right. In my opinion, he won. In my opinion, he barely won. But what I'm saying, he didn't look great, and he didn't knock him out. And now all of a sudden he come in, he knocked out Comey, and Comey was a better guy than the Japanese guy.
But
like I said, like for me,
he iced Comey.
Like Comey was the same guy.
I think that was the wake up call that I'm hoping that Tank can get to.
But Tank has had multiple wake up calls.
Hold on. But I would say you go in the ring and you're not fully prepared. Then your big fight come up next, and then you look the best you ever looked. So like that could easily happen. And I'm glad that kind of happened to Lopez in the fight before the title fight, because that like if he would have got the easy knockout, he probably would have trained correctly.
Listen, it's different though. They're coddling Tank. Like Tank just in the interview yesterday was saying, "Oh, Loma's older. We're not going to be rushed into that fight." Teofimo's out here screaming for the Loma fight. Like there's a big difference. Teofimo's fighting the better competition. This dude is fighting washed up Gamboa and then a small ass Leo Santa Cruz next.
Hey,
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Bro, he had a game plan to what you call it. Hey,
let me ask you a question, Phil.
I'm gonna go out the YG. Go ahead, finish up, YG.
I said that's what's up. That Lopez had a game plan. He been calling out what you call it. He fought his way to get that fight. Tank is taking another route where like financially and what you call it, he really doesn't need to call out people to make a name for himself. Like that's what Lopez had to do, and I'm not knocking him because now he got the fight that he wanted. So his plan to success, like the path that he took, he got where he wanted to be. So like that's cool, but that's just not Tank. Like Tank talks about boxing. Unfortunately, them the niggas that's not in his weight class, but he don't really be calling out people like that. But like, I mean, go ahead, like
so
hopefully they just make that fight.
So check this out, man. Like I'm gonna be real with you. Right now, as it sits, with less fights, Teofimo has better wins than Tank Davis. Okay. Now, with that being said,
who's he beat?
Okay, with that being said, Tank, okay, went back to. One second.
Yeah, who's he beat though? Who's he beat, Phil? You're saying that who's he beat though?
Oh, 1 second. Hold up. So, with that being said, Tank Davis, okay, switch trainers, right? These switch trainers is this is his older trainer. When he was with Coach Cunningham, he made weight. To me, he looked like a more polished, disciplined fighter. You know what? He didn't want to stay with Cunningham. Cunningham don't play that shit, bro. He's an undisciplined fighter that doesn't take this as a year-round sport. He wants to blow up in weight and then try to burn down during training camp, okay? Which is not a healthy lifestyle to live, first and foremost, okay? So, at the end of the day, you speaking about a wake-up call, yo, bro, if you lose the belt on the scale, okay, and you constantly have trouble making weight, and that's one of the reasons why you move up, and then you fucking miss weight for the first time again, yo, bro, there's no such thing as a wake-up call. Because guess what? He won, and he didn't take a lot of punishment. So guess what? He's going to go into his next fight with the same attitude, and if he's fighting somebody like Loma, he's going to fucking get stopped, period.
Yeah, all right. Let me jump in right here. First and foremost, you say Teofimo's got a better resume, so you're gonna have to tell me who he beat, because like Coleman's better than Gamboa.
Yeah, 100%.
Why?
Hold on.
Stop. Who has Coleman beat? Because I know he lost against Easter and he lost against Shanaki, whatever. So who's he beat? Who is Coleman beat? Who's Coleman beat? No, hold up. Who is Coleman? No, stop that, like.
So Coleman is not better.
That wasn't the question. Serious? That wasn't the question. So you're gonna answer the question. Who has Coleman beat? Okay, then that's what I thought. Right? He got better resume. I was on the film.
Let me pull it up. I'll pull it up for you. Hold up.
Go ahead. I can tell you right now, no way he's got better resume than no way he's got better resume than Tank. No way, bro. But I know who he's for. I worked when he was in England, bro. I know Richard Coleman. He ain't beat no one. He had good fights with Robert Easter. That's about it. And Shanasi ain't got better resume than Tank. Get out of here. And then furthermore, the other one about the trainer, right? The trainer, Tank's always had that trainer. He had two trainers. What he was doing, he was going to Kevin Nunman. Broner was down there, right? He was getting away from all the lifestyle, but he had two trainers at the time. You're right. I agree with Phil, right? Kevin Cunningham was good.
Okay, so look. Richard Coleman, we all know, was Rob versus.
Who's he? I don't know. The question was.
Let's keep it real.
We don't need to talk over each other. We don't need to talk over each other. The cold facts is what it says on box, right? No, the cold facts is saying. The course asked the question. He has a better resume than Tank, and our cold question was, who has he beat?
He does.
Who has he beat?
Who's
he beat? Who has he beat?
That's like saying, bro. That's like saying right now.
I'm biased.
So Joe Joyce. Joe, wait.
I'm biased. Who is he beat?
It doesn't matter.
I'm biased.
It doesn't matter.
I'm biased.
No,
We're not gonna go around
hold on,
circles.
EJ. I'm gonna get to your point.
Who's he beat?
Because what you're saying right now is
I was asking Phil though, by the way.
It doesn't matter how old or washed up the fighter is, as long as the fighter beats him. Then it's a good win. So that's the game we're playing.
Hold up, I'm biased. Yeah, I was talking to Phil, by the way, so it wasn't addressed to you. Yeah, I don't mind you answering, but it wasn't addressed to you. It was addressed to Phil, who made that statement, right? So what I'm saying to you is this, right? I'm addressing what Phil's point was about the trainer, right? And I agree with him. I agree. Yeah, you can look all day because I already know this already. So that's why I know his resume is not better.
Beltran's a good win.
Hold up. Listen, Ben and Tank, he's got Badraja and he's got Gamboa. Gamboa's got great wins on his resume, bro. Everyone knows that.
Bro, okay.
Gamboa's got great wins. Hold up.
That's what we're doing.
Hold up. I'm talking to Phil though, so it wasn't really addressed to you, right? So and let's move on to the next thing, the next point you were saying, right? So
look, let me ask you this, DJ. Before you start naming these people, I got one question for you.
No.
Okay.
No. Are you gonna answer? You agree? You agree that Tank's got a better resume? That's what I want to know. He's got a better resume, hasn't he? Yes or no?
No.
What? No. So Phil. So Phil, why hasn't he got a better resume? Go on, Phil. Tell me why.
Okay, the biggest knock on Tank right now is his resume. Is the simple fact that and this is on a global level.
Phil.
Everybody said, Phil. 1 second, you asked me a question, let me ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everybody on a global level right now is saying, even his fanboys are saying, yo, look, you need to get a signature win on your resume. Okay? And all he did, and he said it last night, it feels good to get a name, not just a good fighter, but a good name on my resume. Because that's all he got last night with Gamboa was a good name. When was the last time?
Yo, hold on.
Gamboa was in the title fight.
Phil. Hey, you ain't asking. You're not really answering the question, right? I asked you, yeah. Who has he beat that is better than his resume? And cold-bloodedly, there's no one. Gamboa is the Gamboa win is better than anyone, yeah. Better than anyone his resume. That's what everyone knows that. That's what you see.
Did you give Canelo credit for Shane Mosley?
Hold on. I'm addressing Phil. So I'm not doing the two. I'm not doing the two-way thing. It don't need to be done. I'm addressing Phil. Phil's one who said it, so I'm addressing Phil. And cold-bloodedly, you can just look on the resume, wins and losses. That's what we look at. That's what I don't feel though. That's what we look on, wins and losses, not our opinion. And I understand our opinion does counter it, but we have to go by facts, right? Facts are there. Gamboa's resume is better than Teofimo Lopez. It's a fact. Yeah. Everyone knows that. Now, hold
on. I'm not comparing.
No, you said
Teofimo. I'm saying Teofimo to me has fought better.
No, that's not what you said. That's not what you said though. But that's not what you said. That's not what you said though. You said he's got a better resume. You said
a better resume.
You said he's got a. You said Teofimo Lopez got a better resume than Tank. That's what you said. That's what you said.
Teofimo has a better resume than Tank.
So I'm asking you so who's he better than? So who's he got his resume better than Tank's resume?
Yo, the Comey win.
Comey win is the shit. Okay. Who's Comey beat though? I go again. Who's Comey beat?
Oh my God! This is the deal right here.
Yeah, come on, man. Let's go, man. Come on, man. Let's go.
This is what it is right here. At the end of the day, what you're doing is you're judging Tank based off the eye test.
No. Okay? I'm going. Hey, Phil. I ask you a straight question, yeah, right? A straight question. This is not hard to do, right? We have box rec. You can go down easy. Go down. Tell me who's he beat. You mentioned one opponent. I'm going. Gamboa's got better names on his resume. Therefore, he's the best name on Teofimo Lopez as well. So the answer is Tank has the better resume. That's the answer. That's the question. That's it. Not about opinion. Not a fact. Not what you think, yeah? He's got the better resume. That's it, bro. We don't have to go hard on it about eye test. I'm doing that, bro. I'm just going by you said resume, so I bring up the resume. And I'm telling you, Gamboa's got better names on his resume than Comey, who ain't fought no one really. And he lost good fights.
Gamboa is 40 years old.
Okay, so we're gonna start doing that now, yeah? We're gonna start taking away. We're gonna start. No, but that wasn't the question though. So that wasn't the question about the age. You said resume. You see the thing is, yeah. You talk about keeping it real. I'm keeping it real with you. Nice and we don't have to shout. We don't have to yell. It's as simple as that. Now you trying to dismiss the guy, say he's old and all that. Yeah, you can do that. But the thing is, you said resume. Gamboa Gamboa, you said, hold on, we don't have to talk over each other. We don't have to talk over each other. We don't have to talk over each other.
EJ, wait.
Hold on. I'm talking. Let me talk to Phil.
Hold on.
I'm talking to Phil though.
EJ, you've been talking for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, hold on. I'm biased. I'm biased. I ain't finished what I'm saying, and I'm talking to Phil. So really and truly, it's not. I'm biased. I'm biased.
Let me just say something, EJ, come on, man. You've been talking for 5 minutes.
It's not about how long. It's not about how long. I'm biased. I'm biased.
Real quick.
I'm biased.
Real
Go
quick.
ahead, biased.
Real quick. Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Look, this like even Andre Ward said this, bro. When you look at a resume, you got to look at when the fighter beat them. That's my point right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so when you look at when Tank beat Gamboa, is that really a good win?
It's a good win. It's a good win. It's a good win. And I'll tell you why it's a good win. End of the day, Gamboa is the best name on his resume. That's why it's a good win. Other than that, if he didn't fought Gamboa, he wouldn't have mean his resume. Then Phil would get me. When Phil said to me that, come on, can I answer this fucking unbiased question? This is what I'm saying, like. Right? If at that point, if he didn't have Gamboa on his resume, when Phil said to me that Teofimo Lopez resume, I would say, yeah, you're right, Phil. But the fact he's got Gamboa, then I say, no, that he isn't, because Gamboa's name's got names and names on his resume. That's why. And in the day, I know I understand about Phil's taking in performances. I don't do no eye test. Performances, I understand about cold-bloodedly, wins and losses, Gamboa is the best opponent. He's got better than whatever Teofimo Lopez has fought thus far. Now, when Teofimo goes in with Lomachenko, and Phil comes back to me and say, and let's say Teofimo beats Loma, Phil comes back to me and go, Teofimo's resume is better than Tank. Am I gonna argue? No, I'm not gonna argue. So you have to go by it, and that's all it is. It's not really a long thing about fucking backwards and forwards. You go right now, Tank's got the better resume, and that's all it is, bro. This is not hard, man. It's not science about it. If you disagree, the resume will show you that what I'm talking about is wrong.
So let me just say something. So we've been casting up lineups.
Come on, man. That's it, bro. Let Phil answer. Let Phil answer. Yeah, let's let Phil answer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let Phil answer.
Let me finish. I don't have to complain.
No, go, Phil. Yeah, go ahead, Phil. I'll finish. Go ahead.
Okay, real quick. All right, this is what you're telling me right here. Based on what you just said, because I'm not going to say you trying to say this or you trying to say that like you're trying to do with me. You just said Gamboa is the best name on Tank's resume. Gamboa at 38 years old, okay? At 38 years old, okay? A shell of himself, okay? Isn't really the fighter once that he was, okay? Is the best name on quote-unquote one of the best guys in the division, okay? And for me, I'm going to be honest with you. Although Gamboa is a good win, I feel as though that is a sad fucking point of interest for you to make in him and prompting up his resume. You cannot say, oh, he's got a better win. Yeah, his career right, Gamboa's career right now is better than Tank. His career overall is better than a lot of these guys. But at the end of the day, he hasn't been that guy in since fucking 5-6 years ago. Okay? So with that being said, yeah, it could be it's a good name to have, but it's not necessarily a signature win to have, bro. At the end of the day, Comey right now is a active champion within the division. He earned it. He worked his way through it, and Teofimo went in there and fucking embarrassed him.
Yeah, but who is he though? Yeah, but who? Yeah, I saw the fight. Hold on, I'm biased. I'm biased. It's not really. You know what I mean? Let me and Phil just deal with this.
I know. I'm not trying to debate, but I don't agree with what you're saying either. So I want to.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'll let you cook. So Teofimo went in there, okay? And guess what he did? He embarrassed Comey. Teofimo is, guess what? He's calling out all the top dogs because he believes in his talent. He's not taking light fight like fucking Tank is, bro. You know, this belt right here was a vacant belt. Teofimo went out there and took this shit, bro. He worked his way up and he said, I'm the fucking mandatory and I'm going to take this shit. And then I want the best motherfucking event after this, Lomachenko. And that's just the fact, bro. And that's the fact. I'm not going to say,
okay, all right.
Nobody on this chat can say that Gamboa is the same Gamboa he was.
All right. So this, let me say something. So let's look at Gamboa. So Gamboa, you say he's old and all that, but coming into this fight, the last time he lost, right? The last time he lost was 2017. So basically, he rolled off a couple of wins. Jason Sota, Miguel Beltran, Roman Martinez. Hold on. I'm looking at it right now. Whether you think, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it. But by box rec, he has him winning. And that's what I'm going to go by. And that's what we do resume. We have facts and we have the opinion. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. I'm going by you. I'm going by... Okay, 1 minute. I want 1 minute. I'm going to finish... 1 minute. No, 1 minute. I'm going to finish what I'm saying. And then no interrupting. When Phil's talking, no one interrupting. I'm going to tell you by facts. And by facts coming into this fight, Gamboa was ready to go. Everyone was ready to go. And he gave him... Hold up. Because the reason why I say that, because he's coming up... The last time he was lost was 2017, right? So when he came into the fight, he had all ambitions, even though Phil mentioned his age, to win the fight. He knew that this might be his last thing to get a world championship, and he wanted to win the fight. He never had come into the fight of no ambition to lose. Now we know in our opinions that we had him losing, but he gave Tank one of the hardest fights of his career. And you know what we saw? He's the best fighter of Tank's career. Now you go to Teofimo Lopez's resume. He ain't got no one like no Gamboa. So Gamboa, right? Gamboa trumps everything on Teofimo Lopez thus far. Therefore, ends that thing about. Are we gonna let me finish? Are we gonna just like just keep doing that?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah. Are we like so trumps? So Gamboa trumps by facts, and that's what we go. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100. Yeah. Trumps what everyone Teofimo wins are. That's what it is. And that's what I go by. When we have a debate about resume, and you mention resume, I'm gonna go stick to the fact of resume. So Teofimo right now, Gamboa has the better resume. So therefore, Tank's resume is better than Teofimo Lopez. Moving on forward, now if you make a prediction on Loma fight, like you guys are doing and saying, oh, Tank's gonna lose this to the other, I beg to differ. I reckon that's why I said the back of 2020, I'm gonna go with Tank. Why? He's 23, Loma's older, and it's the same equation that Phil just mentioned about the age. So moving forward, if you're gonna stick to your opinion, you might shift your opinion, but me and YG right now, we're gonna go straight now. We're going with Tank. I know we know Tank can be better, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna give all props to Gamboa. Salute to Gamboa, getting the best out of Tank. And boy, you know what? Tank's never been that many rounds, bro. But Tank's used to beating guys of a lesser opposition, and Gamboa was on his game, bro. People taking too much credit away from Gamboa. Gamboa, even if it's Achilles, that guy was still fighting, bro. That guy is a warrior, bro. And you know, understand me, I give that guy all props. That's my take.
Bro, okay.
Yeah.
Yo, that guy Pascal beat that scorecards.
But wait, I gotta say this because like the way that logic of he beat Gamboa, so that makes his resume better than Teo's. Well, then Ruben Castellano, his resume was better than Tank's and Teofimo's because he beat Gamboa as well. So does that make his resume better than all those guys? Like, that's why I don't do that. Just because you beat somebody that was considered good at one point in time, especially an older fighter, that doesn't mean your resume is better than everybody.
When's the last time you lost? You have to go back.
I don't do that. That's like me saying, well, hey, look, Danny Garcia's resume, because he beat an older Eric Morales and an old Zab Judah, like, so his resume is the best in boxing.
Let me see.
Or Canelo, when he beat a washed Mosley, he beat a Wash Cotto. So those fights that makes their resumes fantastic. Hey, we all know as boxing fans, those fighters were not the same. That's why I don't do that. It matters when you beat the fighter to get the amount of credit that you're supposed to get. I mean, the way Andre Ward broke it down is precise. That's the only way that I see as a boxing fan how you should be looking at the resume. I can't give you credit for beating
So I got this.
Exactly. There you go. So Saddam Ali resume is better than everybody else's.
So now let me talk to unbiased. Yeah. So only unbiased, and I've addressed Phil. You know, maybe we disagree. Someone address one at a time. So I don't really in this little place. I see something unbiased. Someone else comes another place. So I'm just gonna address unbiased, right? So unbiased, you fairly young guy, yeah, and I understand you're gonna hold on to Andre Ward's it, but I'm gonna tell you this, right? End of the day, if that's how boxing was, boxing be dead. There'd be no lineage, right? You beat the guy who beat the guy, wherever how old he was. Jack when Jack L. Sullivan, when he lost to gentleman Jimmy Corbett, who was older than him, bare knuckles, 500 record. No one took fucking credit away from fucking him, and it continued. The linear of boxing continued. They don't care about the age. They didn't give a fuck about Jack Johnson when he went in against Jim Jacobs. They knew the guy was old. Hold up. See, this is the thing. When I'm talking, I listen to what people are saying, and I'm not gonna answer no one's question. If you don't know, now you know. I'm trying to tell you, boxing's always been doing that, bruh. They beat the old guy so the young guy can come through and they can take over the sport. That's how it goes, bruh. The young lion comes in, steps on all that.
Gamboa's not that guy.
Hold up.
You could say
hold up.
AJ Klitschko be like, okay, that makes sense.
Hey, you know the thing is, yeah, we're gonna continue this. There's no point me talking. You don't understand. If you don't understand, you have to listen.
Okay,
so I'm trying to tell you, he's an old lion. He was one great fighter. He was arguably pound for pound in the pound for pound number 3, right? He was a great fighter. You can't take away what he did in the past, right? End of the day, Crawford, when he fought Crawford, he put on a fucking great performance. We still remember it today. Yeah, he lost, but he lost in a great fight who led to another great fighter. And Crawford's gone on to be something, right? But Crawford had to go through Gamboa to make Crawford. That's how he is. Now, Tank had to go through Gamboa to make him Tank. Now, he wasn't as good as Crawford, and that's the standard you're going to judge it by. But the bottom line is, you got old guys to get through. Now, whether you don't like it, that's the way boxing's been. Always been and always gonna be. When Mike Tyson I ain't finished though. When Mike Tyson had to beat when Lennox had to beat Mike Tyson, he had to beat him together. Mike Tyson had to beat Larry Holmes, he had to beat Michael Spinks, and most of them were all past it, bro. But it didn't matter. You had to get them names on your resume before you can get credited. And it even go the same even further back, bro. That's how boxing's always been. I ain't finished. Have I finished though? No, yeah, Joe.
Guys
Joe, thank you, YG. Thank you, Joe Lewis, Rocky Marciano, the young guy coming through. So I don't want to hear no bullshit about he was. Well, I want to hear that shit because you know why? You know I'm biased because one day in a star, one of them old dudes like George Foreman can knock out a young guy like Michael Moore. That's why we watch boxing because we don't know. We talk shit. We don't know. And when them old dudes, when Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman, he wasn't a piece of meat with George. He was supposed to be another old champ that George Foreman's gonna wash, and you saw what happened there, and that's why we love the sport. So I don't hear no discredit about fucking Gamboa. Gamboa is a great fighter in my opinion. Right. He just lost to a better fighter, another great fighter.
So this is the problem that all your points would be on point, and I agree with those points. But Gamboa was never the guy at 135, so that's why your point of that is. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say 35. No, I didn't say 35. You were just talking. No, you're right. I didn't say 35 though. You're right. I didn't say 35. Hold on. I didn't say 35. I said a great fighter. So look.
Okay, go ahead.
Gamboa was never the guy at 135.
I didn't say that though. I said that.
He moved up. No. But you're making points of because Mike Tyson, he was the guy.
He's a great fighter.
Lennox Lewis beat him. That elevated his status.
I'll let you finish.
Gamboa. Hold on. Wait. Gamboa was never the guy, right? Gamboa was never the pay-per-view attraction. Gamboa was really never the guy in the spotlight like that, besides the fact that he was on the pound-for-pound list in 2012. So that whole point that you just made doesn't coexist with a Gamboa. So that's why when the fight was announced, people were saying this is trash.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my whole point right there. Now, you could say AJ Klitschko, that's the passing of a torch fight, right? That's basically what you're trying to reference, a passing of the torch fight. Okay, well, Gamboa was never the guy to pass the torch to a Tank Davis. So that's why your point doesn't make sense. My whole thing is this. Gamboa, at the point where he was beaten by Ruben Castellano 4 fights before that. So by your standard of logic, Ruben Castellano had a better resume than Tank and Teo and basically all the 135-pounders because he beat Gamboa. That's like saying Saddam Ali, because he beat Cotto, has a better resume than all the guys at 147.
What was the question?
So that's my whole thing.
That wasn't a question.
No, I'm not asking any questions. I'm not asking any questions.
I was answering your question. I'm answering your question about old guys and young guys. That's what we're talking about here. And I said great fighter. fighter. I didn't say at 35. That's what you said. I didn't say that. I said a great fighter. We already know it. We don't have to go into details about the weight class because we know he wasn't great at lightweight. We know that. What did I need to say that for? You know he was great featherweight. I said a great fighter. That's what I said. And when he gave Crawford one that great fight, that's why we remember fucking Crawford. If Crawford didn't fucking beat Gamboa in that fight, would Crawford be as recognized as he did? That's what I'm trying to say to you. End of the day,
Crawford was the underdog. Nobody knew who Crawford was.
There you go. Okay.
You can't compare that to Gamboa.
Hold up. I'm trying to say to you, at this point, he had a better resume. Yeah, we know he's washed. But like I said to you, he came in the last time he lost was 2017. Yeah, we all agreed that he was going to lose. But you still have to fight the fights to get it over. And he realized that Gamboa was not going out easy, bro. Even when he got a tour on Achilles. That's what I'm saying to you. I ain't taking no credit away from Gamboa and his resume and what he did. The bottom line is a younger, hungry lion came in there. Now, the problem is that in terms of how we see Tank, that he's a great fighter, phenomenal fighter, he should have washed him easily. Well, obviously you've seen that against other great fighters, even though he's aging, it ain't so easy, and that's what he had to learn, and that's the learning curve that he has to go through. Therefore feels that when he goes against Lomachenko, it should help him get ready, realizing that, bruh, I gotta go with my training camp even more because, bruh, these old guys ain't going out. Like, they ain't going out. So that's why we feel, me and YG are saying that we feel like that Tank, he's got room for improvement, that he gonna beat Loma when he fights in the end of 2020, whenever it is, because we feel like he can get better. Loma is what he is. We know what Loma is. Loma is a high-tech machine. But what I'm saying to you is this: I want to hear no bullshit, and this is your opinion. I understand that, bro. About the old guys, that's how boxing's always gonna be. And I'm not one of these dudes who come. I'm not a newbie come along and say, "Oh, this guy resume, he's washed and this, that, the other," bro. I never do that. I fight the fights, bro. If you get in the ring and you're fucking half dead and you lose, that's on you, bro. Man takes your resume. It's like the fucking Highlander, bro. It's always gonna be like, I take your head, I take your soul, and I move on to the next guy. That's what boxing's been. It's a game of passing on the torch. That's always been, whether you're old or not. And that's what you saw tonight. Tank took the torches of Gamboa. Gamboa is a great professional fighter, and I wish him all the best in his career. I hope he retires from this point onwards, because he's probably going to lose to lesser fighters than Tank. Tank gave him all the props in the world, and Tank goes on, and we try and get them fight. Now, how he goes against them other guys, that's one thing, but when we discredit his old guy, I don't do that. I just don't do that, bro. But that's your opinion, and I'll leave it as that. Go ahead, YG.
No, hold on. Let me jump in real quick. So, right fast. Bro, nobody is discrediting Gamboa for his entire career, bro. Nobody's doing that. I think Gamboa is an excellent fighter. I think Gamboa is a fucking awesome fighter. I think he made his mark within boxing. But at the end of the day, the Gamboa that I'm talking about, the excellent fighter, the great fighter, he is not that guy. He's not that prime guy. Okay?
We know that already.
I'm not taking away from. Look, I'm a firm believer in never taking away from anybody's accolades or their accomplishments. Gamboa has accomplished a lot in boxing, bro. He's a good fighter. All right. Nobody's saying that he's not a good fighter. Right. What I'm saying is he is just not the fighter he was.
No one's arguing that.
Hold up. And if you believe that Gamboa is the same Gamboa from 2013,
you never heard me say that. You never heard me say that. You never heard me say that. You don't need to say that because you never heard me say that. You're right. You're not. But you know I didn't say that though, so I'm just letting you know. But go ahead.
I'll let you cook.
Go ahead.
So what you said was we're discrediting Gamboa. I'm not discrediting Gamboa. Nobody's discrediting Gamboa.
You listen to it. See, this is the thing. This is the thing, right? And I sorry to interrupt you, Phil. This is the thing. No. This is the thing. That's the thing. I'm having two different debates, bro. That's what I'm trying to say to you. You're having a double debate with me about something else. I just deal with them bias. What are we doing?
All I'm doing. Look, EJ, I'm not debating you right now. I'm coming in and defending myself.
About what? What are you defending about what?
You said, hold up, bro, chill, man.
About what?
You said that we're discrediting Gamboa because we're trying to say that he's old and he's washed.
Hold on. That's my me and Bias had that debate. That wasn't nothing to do with you though. Me and you had another debate about something. That's what I'm trying to say to you. You can't be jumping into someone else's debate. I'm not gonna have a debate with two different people about something. I just dealt with Unbiased. I'm not gonna do another one.
You taking this shit way too personal.
No, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I don't make no sense though. I'm arguing. I just gave you my opinion on you. I just gave my opinion on Bias, and now you're giving your opinion opinion about what I said to unbiased. They don't work like that, bro.
I'm not
Come
giving,
on, man.
I'm not giving my
Come on,
opinion,
man.
bro.
That can't be that can't work, bro. End of the day, I say my piece, right? Now you disagree with what I'm saying, right? Fine. But what I'm trying to say, you disagree.
No, bro, I'm not debating you on nothing right now.
But why you give your opinion? You know I'm gonna react though. Go ahead, Phil. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. Go ahead.
You're not listening.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm not debating you. What I'm trying to tell you is this right here. Bro, look, I think Gamboa is an awesome fighter. Okay? I'm never going to discredit any fighter for what he's accomplished in his career, because at the end of the day, that's history. You cannot rewrite history. But I can sit down and say, hey, the Gamboa that made that history is not the same guy that fought Tank last night. And anybody who thinks he is, that's your opinion, bro. Okay? But at the end of the day, I'm not naive enough to think that the guy who got in the ring with Tank last night is the same Gamboa that everybody fell in love with and put him on the pound for pound list. Okay? But I never take away from any athlete accomplishments and the things that he's done to uplift the sport, take care of his family, and take care of the people who he surrounded himself with. Yo, that's a good dude. That's a world-class boxer. At the end of the day, I got much love and respect for Gamboa, but I'm not silly enough to think that he's the same guy that I fell in love with 6 years ago. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so listen to this, right? And I capped it already. The point is that Unbiased was saying about he was washed and he's that. That's what Unbiased said. It wasn't what you said. This is what I'm trying to say. When you have these overlaps of debating, it's hard to deal with, and I don't really deal with it. One person says something, I dress that guy, me and that guy dressed. Another person comes in and gives the opinion. That's what Unbiased said. He said he was washed. He said it, and you know I ain't saying that he was the same guy back then. My point is that he's still the best name on Thingy's resume. That's a fact. And even though he was old, and I agree he's old, and I agree that he was going to lose the fight, he gave Tank coming into the fight. He ain't lost in 2017. Yeah, we know that. But that guy put up his heart and soul. That's what I'm trying to say to you, bro. Like, even when he's a fucking... How many guys you know would fight on their Achilles, bro? Like, that's what he said. He said his Achilles snapped. And the guy still fight on that, but we still gonna say he old and what? Yeah, but fucking he wasn't quitting. He was ready to go.
Hold on. Okay, so look, hold on.
Oh man, see, you wanted to interrupt me. I was addressing Phil. I'm addressing Phil. You see what I'm saying? I'm addressing Phil. Phil just said something, I'm addressing Phil. So I'm just what I'm saying, we're gonna keep going on. Like, we're gonna
no, because you mentioned me, so that's why I was defending myself.
Okay, I'm addressing Phil, and I don't want to really get back on this. I don't really want to go back on this because there's other things we can talk about, right? So what I'm saying is that I'm saying to this, what Unbiased was saying, in my opinion, was saying that guy wasn't that good, and I agree he wasn't that good. But the fact is, we're talking about that guy was the best guy in Tank's resume. That's it, period. Now you guys can disagree, and I already pointed out my point in terms of the box record and the records, and you guys still disagree. So there's nothing really gonna go into that, bruh. You ain't gonna give credit for Tank being the guy. Oh, you might do. I don't know. But all I'm saying is this.
Can I just say this real quick? Like, listen, all right, go.
DJ, no, bro. We all agree that Gamboa is the best name on Tank's resume.
Thank you.
My problem is, I just wish he had a better name on his resume.
We all do. But there's no argument there, Phil. There's no argument there. Obviously, I agree that's what we're talking about. I know. Yeah, no, but there's no debating that, Phil. There's no going backwards and forward that. Now, look, what I'm trying to say to you, and then I brought up the thing about the old history of boxing. But what I'm trying to say to Unbiased, is look, end of the day, and I did say that to Unbiased, and Unbiased, he's got a very good memory, I ain't gonna lie. You remember my shit, right? Because I said about, I don't care how old you are, when you bitch ass step in the ring and you get your ass beat, that's on you. You take the record, and Biased brought it up, and he's 100. That's what I believe. End of the day, you shouldn't get in the ring if you don't feel you're good enough. But if you feel you can get in the ring with your old ass and get your ass whipped, look, Enzo Makinaki beat Roy Jones the other day. Ray Robinson lost to some bums I don't know heard of. Mike Tyson lost to Matt Bride the other day. You think Matt Bride ain't sitting in that pub say I beat Mike Tyson? You think he ain't with his friends saying, yo, watching the tape 100 times of that? You see when I beat Mike? Because that's the best thing ever in his life. But what we're talking about is the Gamboa. The Gamboa we're talking about, even though everyone discredited him and all the rest of the stuff, that guy was once a great fighter. He wasn't the same guy, but he still gave it 100% on that day, and that's what I saw. You know what I mean? I understand what everyone was saying, but that's what I saw. I saw a guy who had his heart and soul trying to win, even though he was at his Achilles done, and he tried his best, but he wasn't good enough. And I'm saying this, Tank can go on to get better. Now, I want him to fight better fighters, and that's all I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? We're more or less saying the same thing. That's it.
I hear you. My only thing is like the Gamboa that we all knew was like a reflex based fighter. So like when you get older as a reflex based fighter, you know obviously you become more shot than majority of fighters that have good fundamentals and basics. So Gamboa in that fight, I mean, bro, he was there for the taking. He was literally,
bro. We say that. Hey, we can say that, but bro, he gave Tank problems, bro, and he's Tank shit. And that's what I'm trying to say to you about you guys, right? You guys are like, well, Tank must be shit because I'm trying to say Gamboa's still he ain't the same, but he's still good enough to give Tank. I didn't
see him give Tank too many problems. To be honest,
he did.
I literally thought. Bro, my eyes, I was like in shock after seeing Gamboa eat 3 uppercuts back to back that looked very devastating. Like them shits looked devastating. He ate them shits.
Yeah,
so I'm like, yo, what is happening?
Yeah, that's all good. Go ahead.
I think, look, this is my point right here. Okay, look, I think Tank is a 10 times better fighter than what he displayed last night against Gamboa. Okay, let me say that's the first thing right there. I think Tank is way better than what he showed last night. My disappointment is with Tank. Is with him moving up, okay, and fighting somebody like a Gamboa, okay. And honestly, as much as praises we're giving Gamboa right now, okay, I think he should have took that same attitude into camp with him, and I don't feel like he did because of the weight issue. Because of the fatigue issue, because of the output issue. My disappointment is with Tank. It's not with Gamboa giving 110%. Yeah. That's what he's supposed to do. Yeah. He's always done it. Well, I'm not gonna say he's always done that, but he did that last night against Tank. Okay, so at the end of the day, my disappointment is with Tank. Guess what? To me, he resembles a shade of Adrian Broner, man. He needs to not fall into that same category of not training properly, not taking care of yourself, not taking your career serious when you can be the guy, when you have the potential to excel yourself beyond every other fighter within your weight class. That's what my disappointment is. It's mainly with Tank. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what I'm saying is that this is what I'm talking about, expectations, right? So the expectation coming into the fight was overseeding what Tank really is about. Maybe Tank ain't a great fighter, or maybe he is. But all we know is that his story is still going on. And all we know is this, right? Gamboa gave it his last shot. But we're saying if Tank underestimated, maybe he didn't. He made the weight, he got the fight. Tank ain't making no excuses. Tank said, bruh, like, dude was tough. I knew he was going to be tough. You know what I mean? I had to think what I'm doing. I think, like I said, it was his best opponent. So maybe he wasn't on what he was normally on. But like I said to you, again, at the end of the day, we're going to have to see him tank against other opposition. But I can tell you this, against elite oppositions, you're probably going to have him struggle again. Because at the end of the day, elite guys ain't trying to go nowhere. You're not fighting no guy you hit one time and he rolls over. You're not fighting that guy. You're fighting a guy who wants to fight you, bro. So when you have that, that's why you have a tough fight, and that's why I see it. You know what I mean? That's what we're moving on for. And at the end of the day, when I watched that fight, I was like, yo, bro, this is a good fight. This dude is on it. Like, you know what I mean? Gamboa wasn't hurting him now, but he was there. He was letting him know, and Gamboa had conditioning. His conditioning was very good. You know what I mean? Like, he could have gassed, he could have quit. He didn't do none of them things there. He was there, he tested Tank. And that's what Tank needs to get him to the next level. That's why me and YG feel if he goes on to some other fighters, he should be alright. But like I said to you, when it comes to this boxing thing, everything is a learning curve. Tank's still learning.
So EJ and YG, let me ask you something.
YG take over. Go ahead.
YG. If that fight between Loma and Tank happens next year, early next year, like January, February, spring. Do you think that Tank's going to beat Loma at that time?
YG. YG made me laugh. YG done left me and YG's eating his chewing gum and doing his thing. Let me go back to that question because I wanted to ask Phil this question that you said I'm biased. Right? So you said I'm biased. You said you've got Luke Campbell beating Tank right now. That's what you said. Right? So you still stand by that? Or you just in general you feel
I think he could.
Luke Campbell being Tank. I'm like, Phil, what you think about that? What you think about that, bro? Oh, Phil's doing something as well?
No way, bro. I don't think so.
Thank you. I thought I was getting crazy. I thought I was getting crazy, bro. That's what.
Look. Let me tell you, Luke Campbell is a good fighter, but I'll tell you this right here. I think, look, don't get it misconstrued. Last night, the Tank that we saw last night is not. I hope it's not the real Tank. I see more potential in him than what I saw last night, and to me, that's the most important thing. But I think, he may be one of those guys that needs to have what he considers in his mind to be a strong opponent and somebody who can actually beat him. I don't think he ever thought that Gamboa could actually beat him. But Luke Campbell, no way. I think Luke Campbell give him some better competition, but I think Tank would, find a way to win that, and I think he probably had a better training camp.
So Phil, the Tank that fought Gamboa last night, if you put him in there with Campbell, you don't think Campbell could beat him?
Fuck no. Shit. Hell no.
Man, the Tank from last night.
Yeah.
Man, the Tank from last night, man. I think a lot of cats can beat him. He looks like the Tank from last night looks like the best. He looks like the best. He looks like the worst out of the best guys. So I do think a lot of people could have beat Tank.
Not Luke Campbell though. Not Luke Campbell though, innit, Phil?
Based on his conditioning. But I mean, Luke Campbell, I still don't think Luke Campbell would beat him.
Thank you. That's what I said. That's what I told him.
I don't think Luke Campbell would beat him.
Gassed out after 5 rounds versus Luke Campbell. I think Luke Campbell. I don't know, man. I'm just saying that version of Tank. I think Luke Campbell could beat him.
Don't backflip, Bun Bias. You said that had been
the problem, but
I
think early in the fight, I think Tank would have probably tried to get him out of there.
Hey, listen, Luke Campbell be sleeping. Yeah, Tank was sleeping, bro. Tank was sleep. Luke Campbell in the corner.
I think Tank would get him out of there early.
The hell, man. Jeez. Yo, but that's how much he discredited.
Now, if the fight went later,
how much is Tank's power at 135 legit?
Yo, fuck Luke Campbell up. Tell you that for now. Fuck Luke Campbell up.
I'm not sold on that.
Yo, fuck Luke Campbell up. Tell you that for free. Give Luke Campbell that work. I'll tell you that right now. I'll put him here. Yeah, like YG said, I'll put a stack on that shit. Tell you that for now. But that be said, like, I'll leave that alone. Let's talk about the Badou Jack, right? Because we didn't get into that. So the Badou Jack fight, anyone that had Badou Jack winning the fight, because I sure did. I thought he was cruising to a win. I don't know what the judges were seeing. I know he got knocked down late in the fight, but I didn't think it was warranted enough to for him to lose the fight. Like, does anyone even care? Like, I thought it was like, yo, that's the robbery, bruh. What they doing Floyd like that for? You know what I mean? Does anyone even care about that fight? Like, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what I was watching there. Like, I didn't think he won that fight. No one cared.
I was more excited about that fight than I was the Tank and Gamboa fight. To me, that was a potential main event style fight for me between those two guys. Although, Pascal is not a household name or a big name, I just think the level of competition, the way they matched up, and they didn't fail to show us that was definitely a world class fight last night between those two guys. But no, I had Pascal winning because of his work early in the fight. I just remember the marks that he made. I got my scorecard at the house, but I just remember the marks that Pascal made early in the fight. That to me was just so disappointing because, as always, Badou Jack came out slow and flat at the beginning and picked up steam toward the end. When is he going to learn from his mistakes? Okay. If he just can pull out maybe 2 rounds or two early rounds, Badou Jack wins that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I think that Pascal showed a lot of heart to not get stopped in that 12th round. But again, man, Badou Jack, if he can just get it together for a full 12, I think he'd be one of the greatest fighters ever. He wouldn't be coming up short. And a lot of these decisions are drawn.
Damn.
So he just needs to learn from his mistakes, man.
Wow, man. I think you were the rare few who had it other than the judges that, like, I mean, I put a poll on my thing that I thought Badou Jack was cruising. I was watching with Nata. I was like, yo, man, he winning the fight. I said, like, yo, man, Badou's winning the fight. Yeah, he winning it. But I said, no, that knockdown's changed the thing. And then I gave a couple of rounds to Pascal off the knockdown because he liked the momentum. But then Badou Jack started the momentum back the other way then. You know what I mean? And then, because the knockdown was early, and then obviously he knocked him down late. So I said, "Now this is a draw," and I just left it as that. I thought this fight gonna be a draw. I didn't even bother look at the decision. I come back and I said, like, "Yo, Pascal won." I was like, "Yo, how he won?" And then the scorecards, one of them had 1, the other 3 were 3, and I was like, "Damn, how they score it that way?" I like, at least it was a draw. I just, like, you know what I mean? I was just like, "Yo," but like, you know, this is me. Like I said, Badou Jack didn't seem like he was bothered. So I was like, shit, he ain't fussing. Why am I fussing by it? You know what I mean? So that's it. Where YG at? YG done bounce out again.
Badou Jack winning that fight.
Yeah, you had Badou Jack winning. How you? Yeah, go on. How you score it?
Well, like I didn't really score it from what you call it, but because while I was watching the fight, I was talking to y'all just now. But as I was looking up, I felt Badou won the fight.
Yeah, that's what.
Just by looking at it, I thought he was winning the fight, even though I knew that this guy won the fight from last night. But I didn't think I don't think he did enough to keep the title.
Yeah. It was one of them ones. They like, you're right, YG. We have to keep an eye on it because the knockdown earlier on, Badou got knocked him down earlier on, and then he was coasting some rounds in. But then the fight changed around, like I think it was round 7 or so. It started changing, and then obviously he got knocked down late. So I thought definitely it would be a draw. So it's one of them ones they like you have to pay attention to it. But Badou was doing his thing, bruh. Popping that jab, working that body. But Pascal was beating that body like a drum. And he was bringing over some help. You know what I'm saying? So the judges were maybe looking at that. And you know what? End of the day, who's the bigger name? But Pascal was a former light heavyweight champion. He's got better names. He's big in Canada. You know what I'm saying? You know, them things factor in, you know. I know he's a Mayweather fighter, but he don't sell no tickets, bro. Badou don't sell no tickets. So they might have done him on that, bro. He don't sell no tickets. And Pascal, you can do something with him, maybe.
Right, like pay him in the ring against Canelo. Canelo, tear him apart.
Yeah. Yo, no, I said, yo, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Canelo and Pascal, bro. Yo, bro. That's sick.
He tailor-made for Canelo because the way Canelo was getting to his body.
Canelo was
speaking of beating that body like a drum. Canelo would beat that.
You know, I think that's Badou Jack's next fight, man. It was a Canelo.
Yeah, but I think Canelo dropped the belts. He might be moving that down though.
Not see them paying Canelo in the ring with no Badou Jack.
He might do though. He might do because Badou Jack's shitty, bro. You can see when he gets hit with any shot, YG, he goes down.
Nah, that was just a good right hand over the top.
It was YG. He's changing like good right hand.
You gotta give Pascal his credit, even though I've seen him throw that same punch versus. The reason why I definitely feel like Canelo will get him because if he tries to throw that punch versus Canelo, he gonna get an uppercut because he leans his head down and like he actually telegraphs that punch, but he leans to his left and then throws the right over the top. Like, somebody could really uppercut him doing that. Actually, you know who actually did catch him with the uppercut when he did that? Chad Dawson.
Yeah.
Stunned him in the 11th round when they fought. When he tried to do that move. But Pascal still won that fight.
Chad Dawson, boy. Yeah. We'll have to see, man.
But nah, I got Canelo beating, but I don't think they'll put Badou Jack in the ring with Canelo. I doubt it.
I tell you what, Tank. Everyone think about Tank. The jury's still out on Tank, and the jury, Badou Jack look like he's 38 now. So he's long in the tooth, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what he does from now. I think he's done though. I tell you why he's done. He won the IBF fight, the IBF light heavyweight champion from Loma, and he vacated it. So that's on him. You know what I'm saying? He was a champion. You know?
Yeah. Nah, he still got a couple good fights in him, but I don't think Canelo's people gonna let him fight.
No.
Him. No.
Yeah.
He throws too many just straight punches. That'd be a dangerous fight for Canelo.
You don't think so, no? All right.
Nah, not that guy.
To this day, to this day, to this day, to this day.
Sing along if you know the words.